Hi, fellow traders. Another Monday down. Wasn't as good as last week. Nowhere near. Wired out. So was down to trading a small account. So back to grinding on these smaller dollar tickers. And just making myself look more like a fool. But I'll get it right. This the reason why I do this is to keep hungry. I need to not forget how to grind these things out. And if I make a mistake, how to correct it or how not to let it hurt me. And a lot of times when you start trading and you've got, a decent size account and you're able to take, some size and you're able to take stocks that you don't really have to size up on in order to make decent money, you kind of forget or you kind of lose your edge and you're not able to grind these things out. And if for me, this is my sole source of income, so I can't not be able to trade. If the market is down, I've got to sit here and try to grind it out. I can't just sit and not trade because I'm not at that level yet. So, this is a good day. Always learning lessons and always finding ways to improve my trades. But one thing before I forget, I'm going to be doing these recaps live on Ticker TV, and this is kind of what it looks like. If you go to ticker.tv backslash average Joe Trader, all you have to do is click on follow channel, and you'll be able to follow me. But I think what it'll do is to have you put in like an email or whatever, because whenever I go live, and if you've been following Mike or Ross or Jeff, they have Ticker TV channels as well, and it'll be the same way. You set it up the same way. So whenever I go on live, it'll send you an email saying I'm on live. But I'm gonna try this. My goal is to try Thursday for the first time, but we'll see. And I'll let you know what time. I'm gonna look to do it at the same time every day, so that if you want to watch it live and ask me questions while I'm doing it, this will be a good time to do that. It'll still be recorded on YouTube as well, so you shouldn't be able to miss out. I traded one ticker today. I had a couple tickers on watch, and I just flat picked the wrong ticker. I can't put it any other way. When you have two tickers on watch, what I do is I'm only going to trade one at a time. I was about to jump in and trade two at a time this morning, but didn't do it. But kind of picked the wrong ticker for the move. ACAD was another one that was on my scan. I'm trading tickers less than $40 right now. I may take a $60 one or maybe even an $80 one. I just can't size up on it. It's got to be worth me taking it, meaning it's got to be had the potential to make a pretty decent move in order for it to make sense for me to take it. But ACAD was a perfect 5-minute opening range breakdown, and I could have covered into this wash, but I wouldn't have taken it off. Could have covered some more down here. Still would have been in the trade, because at this point I'll be using the 9 as my guide. Because if I got in up here, the 9 is still below break even. So the 9 would be my guide. And I would have been holding the piece. You know, I probably would have got out of here when it was chopping around. But this thing faded all day. I mean, that's a nice $2 move. I just flat picked the wrong stock. You don't get big moves like this on a $30 stock that often. And just flat picked the wrong one. But that happens sometimes. I just have to go back tonight. I'm gonna study both of these charts and try to figure out why I saw what I saw. Have to wait till tomorrow to do on demand because it's on a day delay, but it'll be interesting to go back and try to identify what made me trade this or take this trade. But here I was looking at 5-minute open range breakdown, but again I froze, and I guess for good reason, because you had the 200 here, you had the daily level here, and I just flat missed an entry. And because this was up here at only 25 cents, I was able to get in here at 25. I was way late getting in at 25.01, but I really didn't feel this thing was going to go back over. I felt it would test this level and then sell off some more. But I did get in here. I did get the cover down here at 24.60. And we had some bad storms last night, and I was still having internet issues, which is another reason I think why I traded so crazy was my morning routine was broken. And if you've done the Warrior Pro classes with me, my routine is what sets the tone for the day. I have a process, and if that process gets broken, things don't really fall into place, and I'm kind of scrambling like I was today. So, that I think had a lot to do with it too. But by the time it came on, this thing was already up here. I had to mark it out. I didn't have time to do anything. So I had to mark it out, and I got probably 5 or 6 cent slippage by marking out, but I was out. Protected the profit that I did have. I think I got $300 on this trade, on the first trade, which, wasn't bad. On the second trade, got a little bit better entry. I wanted to get in after it lost this level. Really could have gotten in up here at the VWAP. But again, I was a little bit out of sorts. I wasn't really feeling, that I could take this trade and I could handle what was going on. So I waited until it got below this level here, and I got in. I shorted it again, and I was thinking that we were going to get the wash again down to this level here, 24.40s. Did cover some halfway here at 24.90, but then that was it. It recovered. It pulled back, tested this level again, and I felt pretty good because we had the daily level here, 25.27. We had the 200 coming in, and we had the 9 coming in. Everything was right there. Strong resistance. And it moved down, but it didn't give me a solid move down. We got these crazy dojis in here, which should have probably signaled me to get out, but this is just indecision. Indecision candles. And with all this resistance up above, any average person would think, hey, it can't push this resistance. It's going to try it, but it's going to come back. Well, it tried it. I went ahead and got out here at 25.27 because, you can see the trend. And it was really looking like it was going to push this level. And sure enough, it did. And I was a little late getting in for the long. I wanted to take it over the VWAP and the 20, but this one candle ran away from me. So I was waiting to see if I can get this candle back down closer to the VWAP and these moving averages. But it came down and it started getting bought back up. So I got long here at 25.48, and I was looking for 26. And this is a product of me not having enough time this morning. I didn't get to finish putting the levels on. So I didn't even know where the levels were up here. And I didn't go back and check it. I was in the trade, so I was just watching it, trying to see what was going to happen. But ended up taking some profit here at 25.66. Took some more here at 25.82. But it rolled over, and I just finally clicked it here at 25.54. So, I mean, it was a little bit struggle. This was a little bit cleaner price action here. It was starting to settle a little bit, but you can see the volume was kind of going away. And whenever volume starts going away, the stock trades a little bit erratic. And that's what happened to it. It was just a bad ticker to trade is what it was. And I was just fortunate today to be able to pull some decent money out of it. I think maybe a little bit, let me see, 3, and this one was 4, 7. Right at $1,100 is what I got out of it between these 3 trades. So I grinded it out, got almost 3 times my daily goal. So I really can't complain. It's just ugly trading, and sometimes you don't want to trade ugly, but sometimes you have to. And today I had to. I wish I could have gotten, I forgot the ticker that these guys were trading today. BIDU. And that was a nice mover right there. I mean, both ways. But didn't have the buying power. Had this been Friday, I would have been all over it. But, $183 stock is just out of my range right now. So hopefully I can build this account back up. And, by the last week of the month, I can probably catch a couple of these big dollar movers. Because when they move, they really move. All right, well, that's about it for me today. Hopefully I'll have a little bit better day tomorrow. Hopefully the storms are gone. We just had one go through a minute ago, but hopefully they're leaving. They're getting more and more spread out. So hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, and I'll have my routine down like I normally do and come to the market locked and loaded. So everybody have a great evening, a great night, or a great morning. And I'll see everybody tomorrow in chat.